Morning car lovers, welcome back my friends. Today I have a very special video for you because we're off to see a very special car, to be honest. It's kind of a first for the show because we've never done a classic car before. So today we're going to look at a classic vintage, I suppose you could say. Yeah, vintage American car. An American car here in the UK. It's a 1965 Cadillac De Ville sedan and kind of a unique one in many ways, and I'm not going to tell you too much about it, but it certainly wouldn't be, you know, the average car you'd expect to see driving down the road here in London. It's owned by a bloke called Tony, who's very kindly donated it temporarily so I can feature it on the show, and all he's asked for in return was a bottle of Bailey's. Other generic Irish cream drinks are available, but we're going to go and have a look at it today. And I'm always kind of fascinated by American cars in the UK, particularly old ones with a bit of history, because I just think, what journey have they been on? Where have they started out? How do they end up here in the UK? Because American cars, particularly old ones like the Cadillacs, you know, such an iconic classic car, they usually people in the UK here, we only see them in movies, in old movies. So when you kind of remove them from that and put them here in this rather sort of grey and mundane UK, I've always found that kind of fascinating. It's like something, you know, from another world, and I'm gabbing a little bit, but I'm just genuinely excited to one, to go and see it, and two, to share it with you guys today. So I've hopped in the Jaguar. We're going to head over there, have a look at it, and have some fun. Right, so here we are, the 1965 Cadillac sedan De Ville. Look at the size of that thing. That, my friends, is a thing of beauty, a bit of pure American history here in the humble UK, in the exotic location that is a small industrial park. We've had to film here because we got checked out of our other location, which was a lovely, I don't know what it was, some sort of palace. I won't mention it because they'll probably sue me or something, but we got kicked out of that unceremoniously, me and Tony, who's the owner here. We're going to have a look around it in a second, but this is obviously, you know, those people who know about the American classics will know this one's a third generation, 1965 to 1970. It's a 7.2 litre, Tony?
7.2 original Cadillac V8.
7.2 original Cadillac V8, restored and built, wow, and put back together by Tony, wasn't it? By his own fair hands. Yeah. It is 18.5 feet long. It's a 3-speed auto, is that right, Tony?
3-speed, yeah.
3-speed auto V8.
Hydromatic.
A hydromatic 3-speed auto V8. It's extremely economical. Does about 10 mpg on a good day, doesn't it, Tony? I think
it uses fuel sitting still.
So, and if you, just for a little bit of trivia as well for you, if you don't know, then De Ville means of the town, or of the city. No, of the town, I think, which is how I like to describe myself, a man of the town. So here we go. Let's have a look around this incredible thing. It's just, as soon as Tony got in touch about this and I saw the pictures of it, I just fell in love immediately. And we think that this is certainly a one of a kind in the UK, maybe even in the whole world as well, because he's got it done out like a Cuban Taxi. It's even got the taxi sign up there and everything, look. And this top colour here, what was it again? The top colour? What was the name of this colour again, Tony?
Coast Ivory.
Coast Ivory, that's right, yeah.
Someone thought that was a good name for yellow.
It works for me. And as you can see, it's done written. So Tony did all this. This was all his idea, put all this print on the side and everything. And it was rusted away when you first got it, wasn't it, Tony?
Yes,
so
yeah.
He's had to sort of repair it and restore it. And we've even got the authentic price list down here. Not that he picks many people up, I don't think, just myself, but he's doing me a very good discount. And then all this area across here was rusted away. So you might wonder, well, first of all, you might wonder why someone's making such a bloody racket over there, but we'll ignore that for now. But you might wonder what this bit is on here. It's quite unique. And it was just because it was so badly rusted away, wasn't it, Tony?
Yes,
and
it was,
yeah, so that was the idea you came up with to repair it.
But I make it look old to celebrate the car's age. If I wanted a brand new car, I'd go and buy an Ago. But I wanted an old Cadillac that looked old, and that takes some doing.
So this particular generation, this is the first ones to have the stacked headlights like this, because they were side by side before, like that, weren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the designers, I think it was about a 3-year, maybe a 4-year max period where they wanted to widen the grille on the Cadillac to make it more impressive. So they stacked their headlights, a bit like Mercedes used to. So they stacked their headlights for a period of time, and then because design is design and what can you do with headlights, they went back to the side-by-side routine.
So here we go, we're going to have a look under the hood, to use the American term, and that, my friends, is a 7.2 litre V8, a 59-year-old. Oh no, because the engine new, is it? Or
no, the engine is original.
oh, the engine, yes, this is it.
It's just been refurbished.
So it's a 59-year-old engine.
Yeah.
American engine.
Yeah.
I'm going to try and get right in there to have a...
That's a Cadillac engine.
Yeah.
Cadillac made their own engines.
So yeah, what's this bit over here then?
That is a full circle cruise control, which took me about 5 weeks to understand how it works.
Wow.
Because when I bought the car, nothing much worked on it. Simply because either A, they couldn't be bothered to figure it out, or B, they had no idea what they were doing. So I've never worked on a cruise control before, but once you understand what they do and how they do it, it's like everything. It's quite simple, really.
Brilliant.
This is the Twilight Sentinel unit, and what that does is that reacts to light coming through the grille here. So when you go in and out of tunnels, the lights will come on automatically. If it picks up a lot of light from an oncoming vehicle, it will flash the lights to tell the other guy stop acting like a twat. Repaired the matrix, refurbished that engine, fixed that cruise control, suspension, brakes, radiators, power steering, alternators, starter motors. I've done so much work to this car, but I always want to keep it looking as if it belongs to that era, and that it doesn't just come out of a box.
Yeah.
With a 50,000-60,000 pound price tag.
Yeah.
All right.
Just something authentic and real.
It's supposed to work
Yeah.
and go, and not be afraid of getting wet. I can't be doing with anything that is mollycoddled simply for a Sunday afternoon in a field. That's, to me, that's not a car. That's a fashion statement.
Yeah.
Got age-related marks, and I celebrate them because of its age.
So here we are on the inside. As you can see, again, like what Tony was just talking about, it just looks kind of authentic rather than super polished. You got little bits like this here. You know, you could repair it, but it's, you know, that's a little bit of history. What caused that? What did that? You know, so we didn't want it to be kind of too polished, did you, Tony? So you just wanted to look.
No, I want to use it as a vehicle whenever I want to use it.
Yeah.
And just like me, you know. Look, if it needs a plaster, which we all do, people make millions out of plasters. All right. Mm-hmm. Everybody has to have a plaster now and again. So I need a plaster, I'll stick a plaster on it. All right?
Literally.
I don't book myself into the hospital to have a fucking full-on operation. I just stick a plaster on it until I get round to doing it.
Look at that. My God, that looks like a comfy back seat.
Yeah.
A few cushions in there, a few scatter cushions.
That's it, yeah.
Nice bit of LED in the roof there.
Yeah.
So what have we got over here then? So explain to me some of these instruments.
The electric clock, of course, that didn't work, so I took that apart and figured out the contacts that make the connection. Right, that's your Twilight Sentinel. Again, you see it operates the headlights back and front. This here will then dictate at what range you want the unit to react to oncoming traffic.
And then speaking of headlights, this is one of my favourite bits about the car.
This was simply a moment of boredom on a rainy day.
Where some of the best ideas come from.
Well, yeah, my wife bought me this little model. It was blue, but the thing is, it was made in Cuba, and so I said, "Oh, well, that's nice, darling." So I had it for a while, and
Very nice, Dar.
you like it?
Yes, very.
Thank you. So then I thought, I know what I'll do.
So get this. This is amazing.
I'll,
So if you can see that,
I'll give it some. I'll give it some lights.
that's it. So the headlights of the car are now on,
Yeah,
and they're linked up to this model car, and the brake lights as well, and the rear lights,
yeah.
and even does it indicate as well? Where's the indicator?
Indicators will be on. Yeah.
Oh yeah, there we go. There we go. I don't know if we can see. Can we spin him round a bit? There's the indicator. Look. So that actually has the main car is indicating.
Right.
Basically, it just mirrors the
So-
lights that are on the outside of the car.
That's right, and we have brake lights.
Wow.
So it's a little feature there that amuses me. Yeah, free speed here.
This is the gear stick, column shift, column change on the side. Yeah.
So we got two drives. We have a standard drive position. We have another drive position there, which will start us off in the lowest gear, first gear,
Yeah.
and we have low for going down hills.
Right.
All right. Now cruise control.
Oh yeah.
Now, so we'll turn it off.
Yeah.
Now this unit here is in two sections. We have a mechanical side and we have an electrical side. Now inside there is multi-lever, multi-contacts. It's 59 years old. I couldn't save all of it. So what I did was I broke the switch up into two parts. This is the mechanical part which works on a cable, and this is now the electrical part.
Right.
Now you see where that light's flashing?
Yeah.
That's telling me that the cruise is armed.
Okay.
Okay? It's armed. Now if I push the throttle lever, turn this off, if I push the throttle lever, see that going up and down?
Yeah.
Yeah? Now I turn that on, see it's locked.
Stuck down. Yeah.
See it's locked?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
So, wherever the speedo dial is, it will react to the cruise control unit up the front, which will determine where the electrical contacts are going to be made to hold that throttle in place. All right. I mean, you.
Car?
Thanks.
Thank you, darling.
That's pretty mad. Where'd you get that from?
Tesco's.
Oh, you were going from Tesco's. You didn't go to Cuba then?
No, I went to Tesco's and bought it 2 for 1. Normally, when you open the door, you get a little courtesy light, one under here and one under there, which is supposed to light the cabin. For me, it was insufficient. I can't see that well without my glasses. I needed to see what I was doing when I got in the car overnight. So now,
Ah.
these are my welcome lights.
Nice.
When I get in the car overnight. See it?
That must look awesome at night time.
Yeah, and obviously they'll work the other way for you as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. All the windows are electric, even the quarter windows. Yeah, there she comes. Bearing in
Even
mind,
these ones. Wow. Can you see that? Do that?
yeah. I
Even
mean,
these
they
little ones.
don't jump out of bed and run a marathon.
Yeah.
They take their time, but
Yeah, Oh yeah. Just very.
I mean,
slowly.
I think I've opened those twice in 2 years, so
That's 3
you
times
know,
now.
do me a favour. Yeah. This one here, I've got two 12-inch subwoofers in the boot,
Oh wow.
And so if I want to enhance my music, I can turn that on and have a bit of boom boom. If I run the car, because she's a bit greedy on fuel, although the rest of the car is free.
Yeah.
As I say, you know, they're historic, so there's no restrictions, no bills to pay, no tax, no MOT, no VAT,
No ULEZ.
no ULEZ.
If you don't know what ULEZ is,
because
it's
I'm crippled, I've got no congestion charge.
right, even better.
And
If you don't know what ULEZ is, if you're watching around the world, it's an evil charge that our mayor brought in to target people with older cars. So it's free from that as well.
it's free from that because it's too old. And when it's over 40 years, 40 clear years old, it becomes exempt from the ultra low emission zone tax.
Yeah.
So if you're running a car that's 10 years old, 15 years old, as far as the Clean Air Society is concerned, you are a terrorist. But you can have a 7.2, 8.3 litre Cadillac and roll around London all day long, killing as many foxes as squirrels as you can, and you get applauded because your car's really old.
So, and this is my kind of top question, really, and it's why the Cuban Taxi look? Why, when you got it, what made you think I'm going to have that car set out as a Cuban Taxi?
I decided to go back to American cars
Right.
because I'd had so many, and I just thought, I must try something else. But the Cadillac, the Jaguar, sent me running to the arms of Americana. So while I'm in that mode of creating working parts so that the whole unit can function as it was designed to, that sort of encouraged me in a way to think, right, is this my last car? Yes. Do I need to ask permission from anybody as to what I'm doing? No. Should I turn it into a hot rod? You know, some monster machine?
Yeah.
No. Let's leave it Cadillac. Why? Well, you're 72, mate. I mean, come on. So, all right, we'll leave it Cadillac, but it's this yellow colour. No, it's not yellow. It's Coast Ivory. Well, it's f***ing yellow, right? And it looks like it could. I wonder what would happen if I repaired all the damage to the body and sprayed it in plastic dip. Jesus, that looks like a cab. But we're not going to have a New York taxi because everybody does New York taxi. Everybody does police car.
Yeah.
Right? It can't be a Back to the Future. That's not going to work. So in I go, have a cup of tea, and on the telly there's some bird singing her face off on a boat, telling me that she'd just been to Cuba.
Right.
Ergo, Cuban Taxi.
And that was it.
That was it.
Well, a lot of you are probably thinking, we've got, Tony keeps this in storage as, sort of a nice sort of safe place. But no, this gets driven, this gets used. We've driven it today, and we're going to take it for a drive a little bit as well, I think.
Yeah,
Should we take it for a bit of a spin?
We'll take it for a spin.
Yeah, see some reactions of people, which that's one of the best things, isn't it? The reactions of people. Like we've seen a couple, 3 just while we're doing this video.
That's right.
Since we got in it, like people have just been coming up and smiles on their face.
We will never meet a person who will not smile.
Yeah.
Now, he's not smiling because it's a cartoon car. He's not smiling because it's a joke. He's smiling because something in his soul tells him you should appreciate that.
Absolutely.
And their smile is appreciation. Now, you don't get people smiling at Audi A3s or transit vans.
Yeah.
Right? You will see the smiles. Right?
Well, when I first got in it, I couldn't stop smiling for like the first 45 minutes.
That's right.
In
now,
fact, I haven't stopped since.
You used to be
Comedian.
A comedian.
Yeah.
I get more laughs,
He does.
right,
I got no laughs at all.
just turning up.
Yeah.
Right, I'm like
Yeah.
Tommy Cooper.
You play me off the stage.
I get
That's
more
very good.
people who appreciate me just turning up before I've even opened
Definitely.
my mouth.
Yeah. I'm glad he's not on my PR team for my comedy.
Yeah.
Right, let's take it for a spin. Is he
that-
smiling?
is that-
Hey, there we
Hey,
go.
There you go.
Smile number one.
I'm like Christ. I turn up and everybody appreciates it.
Is that Christ? That's the quote of the video so far. I
Yeah,
think.
that's it. I'm more famous than Christ. That's right, yeah. They smile, they clap their hands, they wave, they nod their heads.
Yeah.
I can't put a value on that.
No, absolutely. I think it's a wonderful thing to be able to do for people.
And yes, I know there's many beautiful cars,
Yeah.
all right?
Yeah.
Beautiful cars that have been restored to within an inch of their lives. They're glowing, gleaming, everything brand new. Many thousands of pounds have been spent when somebody touches it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right? Well, do yourself a favour, get rid of that tart, right? And go and buy yourself a car that you can appreciate, use, let get dirty,
Yeah.
because after all, my pleasure is the mechanical restoration of a piece of machinery that will never be recreated. I
Yeah.
couldn't care less how many candy red Corvettes and f***ing apple green this and 4-inch exhaust. Listen, I've done all that. This car will be functioning as a Cadillac when I die,
Really.
and it will be handed over to some half-wit who want to stick a blower on the front of it and won't have a f***ing clue what spark plugs he's driving. Right?
How does it drive then, Tony? It's nice
Oh man,
Yeah.
it's like driving a cloud.
and... Really?
Well, I've driven my mates' Rolls Royces, I've driven Bentleys. Well, I've been a chauffeur for ITV, so you know, if it was top of the range, I've had it. And for a 59-year-old motor car, this is superb.
Really?
This.
It feels lovely, even from a passenger's point of view. You can get an impression of what it's like, and it's just so smooth, and the engine purrs away, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Well, it
listen,
sounds
you can
beautiful.
hardly hear it.
Yeah, no, you can't. You can't.
Well, not with me shouting me face off, but I mean, honestly, you can hardly hear it. You can fall asleep in this car
Yeah,
and get out in Scotland,
definitely.
and you'd think, oh, well, that's that journey over.
And that's a 59-year-old car.
Yeah.
So there we go, guys. That was one of my probably my most favourite video I've ever done on the show so far. Such an amazing, unique car. What an experience, what a privilege to be able to treat it to have a go and a look around something like this. So thank you very much, Tony. It's been an absolute pleasure.
No problem.
It's
Thank
been, you know, I think people are going to absolutely love this, and I think you're going to be the new star of the show.
Oh, I don't want to be a star. I'm just saying, you know, if you've got an old car, then fix it, use it.
Exactly.
Because it appreciates being used. You don't want to just sit in a shed and get all old, you know. It needs to be woken up and used.
Exactly. You want to get it out. It's real. Use it, and
Yeah, and
you know,
if you're embarrassed about it, then don't have one.
it's the wrong car for you.
Wrong car. Go and buy an Ago.
There we
Right?
go. Good
Buy
advice.
that. For me, you know, just I love it.
I
love
know.
it.
It's great, isn't it?
I love it because it works because I made it work.
Yeah, exactly. You've got with your own two hands. You brought it back to life, and
That's right.
look
And
at it
yeah,
now.
I've made loads of mistakes. Of course I have. But I'm not an expert. I just know what I'm doing when it comes to that car.
Yeah. Brilliant. Well, thanks very much for your time, Tony. It's been absolutely
No,
amazing.
it's nice
Thank
to
you.
be nice to have somebody else care.
Yeah, well, we definitely do. I'm sure my viewers are going to love it as well.
Yeah, thank you. And stop smoking.
Yeah, don't smoke.